Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. And this one, we're going to be going over some of the most valuable NFTs on the platform and some of the things that I think are going to be the most valuable in the future moving forward. And also, the homie Comics and Crypto actually feels the same way about a lot of things here. So this is what we're going to be going over. I'm going to share with you all some of the stuff that I still currently hold, because there's some stuff that it's just absolutely, I'm never letting go of it. So, and I'm going to explain why to you all as well. So, yeah, the homie Comics and Crypto is actually heading towards 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you all go show them some love over there on their channel if you enjoy this video. And let's jump into it. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated, and yeah, let's get it. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Comics and Crypto. Before we get started, please remember this is not financial advice, but purely for entertainment purposes only. Also, please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button to receive weekly updates on all of our content. Today, we'll be breaking down our top 6 digital collectibles on VeVe for the long-term hold. These rankings will be focusing entirely on collectibles and not comics, but if you would like to see our weekly comic book rankings, make sure to follow us on Twitter at
Weekly Comic Book Rankings. Okay, so let's actually check that out for a second. So their weekly comic book rankings is Marvel Comics 1, Avengers 8, Fantastic Four number 1, Amazing Spider-Man, Journey into Mystery. I think that's underrated right now. That's kind of underrated. Daredevil, Uncanny X-Men. Hold on, where's the Amazing Spider-Man? I wonder what they based this off of, because I know some of these are some of these should be a little bit different, I feel like. But yeah, anyway, let's jump into it. Let's see what else they got to say.
Comics and Crypto, and you can see our rankings being dropped every Monday. Coming in at number 6 is the Man of Steel. Superman is so iconic that it's been said around the world his symbol is more recognized than the Holy Cross. The holy grail of comics is Action Comics number 1 from 1938.
Is it though? Is the Superman more recognizable than the cross? I don't know about that, but I mean, if it is, hey, I mean, shout out to Superman, and hey, shout out to my bank account, because I definitely would appreciate that. Yo, what if VeVe gets a Bible? Like, what would I be talking about? Why would they get that? Like those don't come in endless amounts. Like those, you can go to any church in the world and find like 80 of them.
The Holy Cross. The holy grail of comics is Action Comics number 1 from 1938, the first appearance of Superman, with some high-graded copies selling for millions of dollars in 2021 alone. 10 years from today, this first appearance digital collectible of Superman could be flying higher than any of us thought possible. Number 5,
I agree with that. Superman is currently one of the comics that I'm still holding. I think that Superman obviously is one of the most recognizable brands. Like, this is all stuff that I thought, even without the statistics and stuff like that. And he completes a set by himself. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Any collectible that completes a set by itself, regardless of if it's a secret rare or not, is going to be super, super valuable. And the notoriety of Superman and even Captain Marvel. I mean, come on now. I think that's her name. It might be. No, I might have got it wrong. Carter. It's something Carter. Anyway.
McFarlane Batman. Next to Superman, Batman is one of the original superheroes, first being introduced in Detective Comics 27 in 1939, and today is still one of the most popular superheroes. This NFT is not only the first appearance of Batman, but it's also the first ever DC drop, designed by one of the most popular artists of all time, Todd McFarlane, and is said to have been the first ever NFT minted by VeVe. This brings in massive historical and pop culture value. Also with a...
Now, me personally, I feel like this is going to be that's going to be a massive piece in the future, but this is honestly one of the ones I feel like is going to move a little bit slower. And the reason behind that, my logic is, in order for something to be, like, VeVe has to be wildly successful. VeVe itself has to matter. The fact that there was one of the first ones from VeVe, because if you look at Batman, there's so many other Batman collectibles on the platform already. So Batman in itself is not very scarce. So in order for all the history of VeVe and stuff to be considered, VeVe actually has to have a history, which is going to take, like, in my opinion, 5 to 10 seasons. So by around season 5, I think that Todd could potentially be around, like, maybe at Donnie status or something. I think it's definitely going to get there, but personally, I feel like we have time. So I'm going to try to get one, pick him up a little bit later, get some gains and returns on some of my other stuff, and then go back for the Todd later. I feel like he shouldn't move too heavily. But anyway.
The recent 9.4 graded copy of Batman 1 selling for $2.2 million. It's safe to say this NFT is not only a safe investment, but has plenty of room to grow. Number 4, Givenchy Pride. Givenchy is arguably one of the most popular fashion brands in the world, accumulating over 16 million followers on their 2 Instagram accounts alone. Pride is their first ever NFT drop, which celebrates the brand's dedication to equality.
Now that's massive. First ever. That's huge. And it's Givenchy. So, I mean, obviously this is a no-brainer. You can see how quickly it blew up. Anybody holding these is going to be sitting very, very pretty, especially when VeVe becomes more mainstream and everyone knows what it is. I personally believe that we're going to be getting some like clothes and stuff as well. So when you go and you shop in the store, you could essentially, maybe in the VeVeverse, they have a whole store full of their gear and merchandise, and you could see one of these, like maybe one of the earlier on appearances within their store in the VeVeverse, and that's going to bring a lot more value to these because people are going to want to know how to acquire it. So yeah, that could be interesting.
NFT itself is absolutely gorgeous, and with a limited run of only 1,952 editions, this will be a highly collectible piece for years to come. By the way, remember when Elon Musk came out on stage for SNL in May of 2021? You know what brand suit he was wearing? You guessed it, Givenchy. This NFT will reach the moon sooner than we think. Number 3, No Time to Die movie ticket. VeVe partnered with MGM and collaborated with Cinemark to drop the first ever NFT movie tickets.
This is a very historic moment for the world, the NFT space. Like, this is a very historic moment, period, because once NFTs become mainstream and NFTs is like, it's the norm in the world, when you come down, you're thinking about the first ever movie theater or the first ever movie experience when it comes down to getting tickets to a theater and things like that, the real world utility type of thing. This is the first NFT that matters to really do this. And because I know that I was corrected. I said it was the first one ever, and people said some other brands did it. Listen, if it doesn't happen on VeVe, in my opinion, it does not matter. And I feel like history will prove me correct as VeVe continues to grow, continues to dominate this space, and pretty much VeVe is going to be one of the only platforms that counts. I know people say that, oh, there's got to be competitors, there's got to be this, there's got to be that. In the foreseeable future, it's very, very hard to see a competitor for VeVe. But I mean, we'll stay alert. We'll keep watching. But yeah, this is huge. This is one of the most massive. I think this is going to be super, super valuable because of the history behind this. And there's only 7, so this is going to be one of those pieces that go for insane amounts.
With only 7 NFTs in the entire collection, making them the lowest minted NFTs ever on VeVe. These NFTs are not only scarce digital collectibles, but also allow each individual owner a chance to redeem 7 complimentary movie tickets to see No Time to Die in theaters. As of today, the bottom floor price on the VeVe marketplace for one of these NFTs is $300,000. I have also seen offers from individuals on Twitter and Facebook for up to $60,000. That being said, there have been no confirmed sales of this NFT, so the true value of this NFT has not yet been set. It will likely only take one sale for this NFT to become the #1 highest sale of all time, but
I don't know. It's kind of tough because do you think he's going to sell for more than Donnie? I hear one of the prices is like 50K. People are willing to pay for him. But do you think that he's going to sell for higher than Donnie? And actually, has Donnie even sold at 100K or around there? Or was it like 70K the last sale? I don't know. But this ticket, for it to be this type of item, people don't even seem willing to pay as much as they're willing to pay for Donnie. So that's kind of weird to me. But yeah, let me know what you all think about that.
Until then, it's very speculative. Congratulations to everyone who got one. Number 2, Donnie. This NFT has quickly become one of the most iconic collectibles on all of VeVe. Ironically, Donnie is not one of the more popular characters on the show Powerpuff Girls, but this hasn't stopped the NFT from recently becoming the highest official sale in VeVe history for $70,000. With only 150 total minted editions, it's also one of the most scarce collectibles on VeVe as well. Over time, Donnie could become a symbol of status to many collectors, much like CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club. And if this does carry over into the open market, the sky's the limit for this little unicorn.
Yeah, you got to think about it. Donnie in the VeVeverse, if you have a Donnie in your place of residency, that is going to be insane because only 150 people in the world could possibly ever have that. And honestly, I think that they keep a certain amount. So it might not even be the full 150, maybe more around like 125 or maybe 100 or something like that. So yeah, that's going to be insanely valuable. Just like those bond tickets though. Those bond tickets, yo, I think you can make some plays in the VeVeverse with that. Like build something around that bond ticket. You know, I don't know how far a single ticket can go, but I mean, we'll see.
Before we jump into our #1 spot, we'd like to mention some of our honorable mentions and some of the most undervalued NFTs on all of VeVe. Honorable mention, all Marvel and DC first appearances. SpiderMan commons, uncommons, rares, and ultra rares, Brian Pollard Penguin.
I definitely agree with the Spider-Man, the whole Spider-Man set. Spider-Man is one of the most known heroes in the world by far. So Spider-Man is going to be massive in the future. I'm holding the entire set. I actually completed the set recently. The only thing that I was missing was the ultra rare. I copped that recently, and I'm just going to be holding for the long term for sure. I actually sold a lot of my Batman, well, all of my Batman black and white series. I sold all of those to acquire some things I feel are much more valuable in the short term, because as I've said, a lot of this Batman stuff, there's already 5 seasons or series of these already. It's just so many of those. They're not as scarce as other things. So I feel like there's still time to acquire those after some of these things that's more limited takes off when it comes down to OpenSea and things like that. So, I mean, we'll see if my strategy pays off in the long run. But yeah, I feel like Batman has some time before it runs up. Any Batman related stuff in the black and white series. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Jim Lee's Joker, Bruce Timm Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Catwoman, all of these characters with first appearances from some of the most iconic characters of all time.
I still have the Batman and I still have the Batgirl and Catwoman series, mainly because it comes with Supergirl, of course, and these two characters. These two characters are going to be insane as well. So yeah, I still have this series right here, because yeah, it comes with Supergirl, of course, as the ultra rare. So yeah, can't give up Supergirl. You got to have a whole set of that. I'm pretty sure I got that on drop. I got like the ultra rare on drop, so I just went and bought the others.
And will be incredibly valuable to collectors over the years. Try to grab these collectibles now while they are still in reach. Most undervalued, the Mighty's collections. Don't let these cute little statues fool you. They are all first appearances of some of the most iconic characters in Marvel history. The Mighty Series 1 collection includes first appearances.
I have the full collection on every single one of these. They're going to be insanely valuable, and they're slept on right now. The reason that they're slept on is because they have nothing in the real world to compare it to. But if you believe Todd is going to be valuable, you have to believe Marvel Mighties is going to be valuable, because this is not just the situation where, okay, Todd is the very first one on VeVe. If your logic behind Todd being super successful is the first one on VeVe, then that means VeVe's matters enough for the first character or NFT released on VeVe to actually matter. VeVe matters enough, and if VeVe matters that much, this is the first set here from Marvel and period that they completely designed on their own. This didn't exist before VeVe. So to be fair, this is much more rare than even Todd. So in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, if you believe in Todd, you have to believe in the Marvel Mighties. And they're super cheap right now.
Captain America, Bucky Barnes, John Walker, Sam Wilson, and Red Skull. The Mighty Series 2 collection includes first appearances of Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, The Thing, and Doctor Doom. The Mighty Series 3 collection includes a first appearance of Captain Carter, which also completes a set as one collectible. These collectibles will be huge for collectors long term, and as of today, a lot of these NFTs can be purchased for under $20. Not only are these some of the most affordable NFTs on VeVe, but possibly have the biggest upside as well. Number 1, Spider-Man Secret Rare. Since we are assessing
this is my praised possession right here, my prized possession. I think that this one is going to go crazy. Definitely $100,000 minimum, in my opinion. Is definitely there. Only 1,000 of these. Yeah, this is going to be massive.
These rankings as long-term holds, we are also determining the long-term value, and right now there is no better collectible than the Spider-Man Secret Rare at only 1,000 in total editions. This is not only the first appearance of Spider-Man, but also the first ever NFT drop by Marvel. Plus, it's animated. With a recent study completed by Game, a company based in the UK, they have concluded that Spider-Man is not only the most popular character in the world, but it's not even close. In first place, with 57 countries, Spider-Man takes the crown, with Wonder Woman coming in second place with only 15 countries. In fact, Spider-Man was so dominant in the survey that even if you combine the total number of countries from the rest of the top 5, he would still outnumber them by double digits. Recently, the newest trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home was released, becoming the most watched trailer in 24 hours at 355.5
Yo, that's crazy.
million views. This beat Endgame at 289 million views. Spider-Man's new film just beat Endgame, one of the most anticipated films of all time. Yes, his character is that popular. Also, Spider-Man's first appearance comic, Amazing Fantasy 15, just sold for $3.6 million as a 9.6 grade, establishing itself as the highest selling comic book in history. According to our numbers, a market cap for Amazing Fantasy 15 on the CGC consensus at 3,483 total editions is about $220 million market cap. If the SpiderMan Secret Rare has a $10,000 floor price with only 1,000 total editions, this would bring the market cap to $10 million, proving there is plenty of room to grow for this NFT. The current bottom floor price of a CryptoPunk is $381,000, and there are 10,000 CryptoPunks in existence. I can say with confidence that one day each of these NFTs will very likely hit a bottom floor price of $100,000. Supply and demand will determine who gets there first, but based on the evidence of SpiderMan, it's difficult to ignore the records this character continues to break. When VeVe eventually has millions of users on their platform, it's easy to presume SpiderMan will become one of the most valuable licensed NFT collectibles in the world.
Yo, that was fire. So yeah, as you can see, this was an amazing put together video. I definitely agree with it. He had some very strong points, gave a lot of the facts, a lot of the statistics. It was a very well put together video. So be sure to subscribe to him. Subscribe to their channel, check that out. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you all on the next one. Peace out, Joe.